Welcome back everyone to another video, and today we're going to be looking at two replays for you, and these are both going to be black tanks. The first one's going to be a black German light tank, also known as the M41 90mm GF, the German Bulldog. Good tank. The gun's not bad at all. The worst thing about the gun would probably be the accuracy, and of course it's got no armor, so you have to make very wise and very careful trades. Other than that, yeah, it's a good tank. It's a fun tank. The HE pen's really good. Heat pen isn't bad. AP pen isn't bad for being a light tank. I run optics, CVS, and low noise exhaust on this tank, just like in any light tank. But if I was going to put equipment for the gun, I would probably run rammer, Disadv, and vents, or you could do rammer, improved aiming, and vents. Either way, doesn't matter too much. So we're playing on not one of the greatest maps in my opinion, Tundra. I'm not a huge fan of it, to be completely honest with you guys, just because it's really only meant for kind of fast tanks or tanks with really good front armor, like the heavies. You know, they play on the 1-2 line. You have really good front armor, good turrets, then you can sit there and do pretty well. If not, you're kind of just really vulnerable. And of course you need speed to play the hill. Everywhere else is just kind of irrelevant at this point. At least on this map. Anyway, I'm not sure what the VK is doing there, but we're going to get a nice lovely shot into him. And yeah, we do get spotted, which is expected, and we do see a couple of other tanks too, the FE and the Sturv. Unfortunately, it looks like our 1-2 line is losing, but not to worry. The easiest way to control this map is from the hill for the most part. And so we kind of just won this pretty much right away because the enemy refused to push up the hill, which is a really good thing for us, and that allows us to get the damage that we do here. We're going to pump a shot into the Centurion, and he does die pretty quickly from the Viper. So now I'm just going to turn around again and just peek the hill here and shoot the Sturv and the FV as well. But yeah, this tank is you either do really well in it because no one pays attention to you, like you don't exist, which is a good thing, or everyone's focused on you and you get fed on pretty easily. So it's just kind of one of those type of tanks. But yeah, I think I have 460 V range, and for such a big tank, the camo is like 35 or something like that %. So it's not awful, and you know, at least for a big tank like this, it's not awful. And a lot of people say that the camo is bad for light tank, which is true, but you only scout in this if you have to. Like here, I wouldn't be trying to scout. I'm obviously going to be playing for damage here because I can play for damage. I should be playing for damage on this map. Yeah, that was kind of a poorly aimed shot by me. I should have aimed maybe a little higher and then fired, but it's fine. So yeah, the enemy, they haven't managed to break 1-2 line yet for some reason. I'm not sure why, but that's a good thing for us. Because that allows us to take kill. They're coming around either way, so we're able to cover them. And I'm told to come and kill this guy because our Caliban is on reload, and I know the BZ's not going to really do much to him. So I get to his side, and I probably didn't need to use gold there, but I wanted to just to guarantee the pen. And we do take him out for our first kill. So far, it's been a good game. We haven't done a whole lot. To be honest, 1200 damage isn't much, but that is going to pump up here pretty quickly throughout the rest of the game. So we have the VK side again, and yeah, I don't know why he was there. I'm not sure what he was doing, but we do end up getting the kill, and that brings us to 1700 damage nearly, and I believe I do hit the blind shot on that Sturv, I think. I'm not sure. We'll have to look at the in-game results and see. I do put a round into the VK once more, and then he does end up dying. And unfortunately, our friend Bob here in the Caliban does accidentally drive off the cliff, and he does die, unfortunately. So now we're just gonna drop off the rock here. We're gonna go after the Utas. And yeah, we're at 2.1 combined, so not a bad game at all for a light tank on this map. I'm not sure if we could have done a lot more. I don't know, to be honest with you. It doesn't look like we hit that blind shot, actually, from what it looks like. We do get the spawning off of that, thankfully, and I am going to take him out for our 3rd kill, and that puts us at 2.9 combined, pretty much, if you round it. So now we're just going to go over and help these guys finish off the remaining couple tanks, and we actually do, as you can see at the top there in the middle, we actually are going to complete light tank mission 11 for the Object 260, I wasn't trying for this mission, to be honest with you. It kind of just happened, and I'm glad it did, because I wanted to complete these missions. So this was a very good game nonetheless. Unfortunately, our AFK guy does end up dying, and now I'm just gonna get some free shots here into the side of these tanks. And so I have to rush now because those other 2 guys can easily be killed by these 2. As you can see there goes one, so now it's just me and this other light tank. So I have to kill the Curry first because he is a one-shot and he's also very dangerous, so killing him is extremely crucial. I'm going to aim, take him out, and now I'm going to go after this ELC. I'm going to ram kill him. That brings us now to our 5th kill, and yeah, over 3k combined, so we're at like 3.1, 3.2, and we're just going to farm off this 53 TP to finish off the game. And we did finally complete that mission with honors as well, so I'm not worried about that anymore. Do put a round into him, and we do track him. I think he was already tracked as it was though, that hit his left side of his rear and it bounced, unfortunately. And we're going to put one last round into him until our ally Scorpion G does finish him off, and that leads us to 3.1k damage, and yeah, just 3.7 combined. So not a bad game whatsoever. And we're going to have a look here at the results here and see how well we did. And as we can tell here, let me open this up. So we got a mastery badge and some other very basic medals, so nothing too special. We did make some good credits there, and we did end up with the 5 kills, and that did put us at 3.7 combined as well. So very, very nice there. Let's see how the team did. Viper got top, so we were just under him. We did get top XP just by a little bit, so not bad at all either. Everyone else just kind of did mediocre. Our Scorpion G tried to with his 3k, and the enemy did try as well. They put up a fight kind of there, but because they gave up hill, that's what gave them the loss. And after paying for our ammunition and stuff, we still ended up profiting 71,000 nearly, so a very good game nonetheless. Alright, now ladies and gents, now we are going to watch the highlight of this game here. And this is going to be, again, this is going to be the second black tank. This is going to be the IS-6B. And this is going to be the best game that I've had in this tank so far. So I hope you guys enjoy this as much as I did. So, for the equipment, I'm running Bond V-Stabs. I got it for free from the Battle Pass. And then I'm running Vents for just to improve everything slightly. And then I'm running Rammer for the better DPM, of course. The area where this tank struggles the most is is with the gun, and that's because it has very low pen. It's only 180 for the AP, and then average it's 225 for the APCR. The HE, however, is average HE pen, which is kind of nice. That's really the biggest area struggle for this tank. Also, the accuracy, the base accuracy is like 0.46, 0.45. So right now I have it at 0.39, which I'm kind of happy with. It, for the most part, it does fine. I aim there and it does that. You know, that's just average. You know, it's not meant to take shots like that. But yeah, I discovered this position when I watched one of Kaju's videos, and it will prove to work really well. So we do get a shot there into the AP AMX-30 because he does decide to peek, and we're gonna, while this prog is distracted with our Chiri, we are gonna put a round into him as well. get two of our first shots pretty easily, and I'm just going to keep backing up, and I'm going to track the Caliban, keep him perma-tracked, and he does end up dying. Unfortunately for our teenage, though, he is going to die here pretty quickly, which is quite unfortunate, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to play here for most of the game, because there's no reason for me to move. I do have to take cover every now and then, and you'll see why. And yeah, it's a very good position. I think it's kind of underrated. A lot of people like to push up to F2 there on the north side of F2, northeast side, and that is a death trap because once you're there, you stay there. The AMX misses his shot, and we are able to finish him off for our first kill, and that puts us at 1600 damage already. So far, not a bad start at all to this game. Yeah, we're gonna pump up our damage pretty high this game. Like I said, it's the best game that I've had in this tank so far. Unfortunately for us, the east side isn't really doing too well. They have a couple of tanks there. We only have really a J Panther that's up there doing anything effective, if you even want to say that's effective. He is going to get spotted, and he does end up dying, unfortunately, to the Progetto. So I'm going to aim here. That was Shovelocity's fault. I should have aimed just a hair more to the right, and I would have hit that, but yeah. So now we've kind of lost east in a way. I don't know if they can push effectively, but city is kind of just at a standstill here. I can stay in this position pretty much most of the time, even if the allies leave at G1 there like they have, and I do still have allies behind me as well. IS-3A does decide to rush me, and this is where this cubby hole is just absolutely perfect. So he's going to put a round into me. I'm going to get a second shot into him. I do track him, which is a good thing. And now he's distracted with the buddy next to me, the Cheery. I'm going to try to see if I can kill him here. Although I don't want to bleed unnecessarily, so that's why I'm not peeking. I am going to try, though, to reverse side scrape, but I can't really poke the IS-3A. I wanted to kill him, but I didn't want to get shot by the AMX M4 that's there, and the other guy that's there, too, because they can peek easily. Thankfully, my T-34 does come to help, and he does end up taking the kill. And I can reverse side scrape against this SU pretty easily, and I can put a round into him, and it pretty much almost gets an average roll. And yeah, we've pumped up our damage pretty easily already, 2.7k, and what I have to do first, I have to kill the SU, and then that will allow me to be able to deal with anyone else that peeks easily. The KV-5 decided to push. We do get a high roll on him for over 400, and I'm just going to keep peeking here, try to reverse side scrape against this SU, who is firing HE at the moment. And so, because of that, it allows us to actually use our armor more effectively, which is a good thing. I was told that this thing is a little bit better at reverse side scraping than it is at regular side scraping, because you show more of the lower plate when you side scrape regularly, whereas the rear, I guess you don't show as much if you kind of over angle a little bit. Unfortunately, the SU doesn't peek enough for us to kill him, so I just have to keep waiting here. Originally, I want to kill this KV-5, but our allies do it before I do get a chance to, which is a good thing. So before I move up and I have to deal with his AMX, and the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is if I kill the SU and the Oni, then I'm able to take him out. Their WZ does decide to rush me. We do get a lucky bounce, and I am going to finish him off for our second kill, and that leaves us at 3.6k damage already. And so at this point, I'm still in a crossfire, so once I kill this SU, which it'll take one more shot to do so, then I can go and kill the AMX, because we have officially lost east, which is a really bad thing. Now is the time for me to push the AMX to avoid a massive crossfire. And so this is exactly what I'm going to do. I do make a mistake here, and I kind of overpeak my front a little too much. I didn't angle enough, yeah, that was my fault. So he does pen me there, right there, as you saw there. If you look closely enough, you saw it, which is unfortunate, but I am going to aim here. I do hit it, and I do get our fourth kill for that match. That leads us to 4,500 damage, And now I'm going to turn back around and go deal with the last remaining tanks that are that have flanked us. So the arty, as we'll see here in a second, we'll find out where their arty is, and as you can see, it hit the back there, so he was aiming at me. So that means he was roughly on the F line, and so that's where I thought he was originally. But we'll find out where he is later. So I am gonna have to kill this Barask, but the guys do it for me. I do take a prayer shot there because I did lump the 6 kills, but that's all right. So now that does leave us to 4.9k damage, pretty much 5,000 damage, and yeah, at the time I was at roughly 62% for the mark in this tank, 62.8, 62.9 around there. So we're gonna find out too if I one mark at this game. So yeah, we did a pretty good job. That 5k was pretty easy, if I'm honest. Getting that damage wasn't really that difficult at all. We just had to peek very carefully, and that was it. We allowed our allies to take the shots, and that ended up working out for us. I am gonna fast forward a little bit because we're not gonna see him much. There he is. So I did end up pinging in the bottom right, and he actually wasn't there. I do take a shot. It was way too late. I forgot that this thing has bad shell velocity. It's 790 for the AP and for the HE, and then it's 900, I think 70 for the APCR. So I am going to aim here a little bit longer, and unfortunately it just flies directly above him, and it may even been a split second too late that I fired as well. So I don't know, but yeah, he isn't going to get away for very long. So our T-54 is, I'm going to fast forward again. Our T-54 is going to ram kill him right about there. So, yeah, a very good battle, and I was pleased with it. I was happy, so that was well worth the fight. It was a balanced fight too. And now let's have a look at the post-game stats. So, as you see, we did get our Mark of Excellence that game, and we did, of course, receive our first Mastery Badge in this tank. We did get a high caliber for the 5,000 damage that we did, and we made 130,000 credits without any boosters. I should have ran boosters. I probably would have gotten like 600 or like 200,000. Nonetheless, though, a very good battle. I'm very pleased with it. For the team. A lot of our guys did. Most of our team did below 1,000. That's because we pretty much just farmed them ourselves. And me and the Chimera got top there. So. Their Progetto tried their hardest, and so did their Barask, and then the rest of their team just kind of fell apart pretty easily. Even though they won East, they weren't able to push City effectively, which ultimately helped us win the game. And also, one by one, they kind of came through the city, and that allowed us to farm them individually. And we did make up a profit of 82,000 credits that game, so overall, not a bad battle at all. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know what you guys think of these battles, and I will catch you guys all later. Have a good one.